Do I hate transsexuals? Not at all. I actually have a very, very close friend who's transitioned. But my whole thing about it is, it's like reality, okay? Reality is a motherfucker, bro. And I don't think that it's cool for people to let people think something that's not fucking reality, bro. Like, you can cause some fucking crazy, crazy mental issues, bro. Like, I mean, like, I'm dead serious, man. It's okay if you want to transition to something that you feel more identified with or whatever, maybe, but that's not a problem. I don't give a shit about that. Nobody does, right? But whenever you start to believe something that's, like, scientifically not true, that's, like, I don't know, fucking literally biologically not fucking possible, that's when we have a problem. That's when people need to start seeing reality. These are the things that I'm about to discuss, and these are the things we're about to dive into, because you tell me how you feel about this situation.
So I recently transitioned to being a guy, and I had a doctor's appointment recently. That doctor said I was pregnant. Doesn't make any sense because I'm obviously a guy. So I'm going to a second doctor now to get a second opinion, and I'll keep you guys updated.
Ellen,
Thank you.
you are 6 weeks pregnant.
That's not possible. I'm a man.
Before you became Dylan,
Uh-huh.
you must have been Tasha. And Tasha must have been having relations in order to become pregnant.
She did, and then I became a man.
Well, now that you are a man,
Uh-huh.
you're going to have to jump back in a position as a woman and become a mother.
Nope. I'm not going to be a mother, and I'm not pregnant. That doesn't make any sense. How can a man be pregnant?
Well, before
You see them lips? You see the lips that the black lady just made? You already know that's all she wanted to say was, bitch, what the fuck's wrong with you? But, hey, just snap back to it. Let's snap back to it. We ain't gonna say what you see. You can see she wanted to say something so bad, boy. She trying her hardest to keep it in.
Before your transition, things like that just don't go away. Like I said, when you transition, that doesn't just go away.
How is a man pregnant? That doesn't make any sense.
This is when she had enough.
well, technically, you're not a man.
I am a man.
I'm sorry to inform you, you have woman body parts,
Anatomy-wise, yes.
and you can give birth, and you can.
How dare you? Where is your bedside manner?
I tried to have bedside manners, and I tried to tell you as a doctor that we have been going over the charts, and the chart states that you are 6 weeks pregnant.
How would I look walking around as a pregnant man? Do you know the ridicule I would face?
Go back over to Tasha then.
I hate to say it, but this is a big reason of why Trump was even able to get back and being a president again, because a lot of people on the right, man, they thought that, people were going to, on the left, were going to keep excusing that type of behavior. And that type of behavior, man, is not, that's not mental awareness, man. That's mental illness with that type of thought process. Not the thought process that, oh, I don't feel comfortable in my own skin and I'd rather be this and try to transition, but to try to forcefully, I don't know, to try to change nature itself. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You understand what I'm saying? Without trying to be offensive to anybody. But anyways, this is the cause of that problem. This is the root of where that problem stems from. You always know I'm going to come up with everything for it. I'm going to tie the whole thing together. Pay attention.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since you bring it up, why don't we just start there? Dr. Verma, I wasn't sure I understood your answer to Senator Moody a moment ago. Do you think that men can get pregnant?
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what.
You're going to want to rip this lady's head off by the end of this. I promise you. Simple yes or no question, guys.
I take care of people with different identities. And so that's where I paused. I think, yeah, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, the goal is just the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the question is.
The goal is just to establish a biological reality. You just said a moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics.
Absolutely.
So let's just test that proposition. Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people with many identities, but
can men get pregnant?
There are many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women. That
Can men get pregnant?
Again, as I'm saying,
Let me just remind you what you testified to a moment ago. Science and evidence should control, not politics. So can men get pregnant? You're a doctor, I think.
Science and evidence should guide medicine.
Do science and evidence tell us that men can get pregnant? Biological men, can they get pregnant?
I also think yes/no questions like this are a political tool. And
No, yes/no questions are about the truth, doctor. Let's not make a mockery of this proceeding. This is about science and evidence, and I'm asking you. The United States Supreme Court just heard arguments yesterday at great length on this question. This is not a hypothetical question. This is not theoretical. It affects real people in their real lives. And you're here as an expert, called by the other side as an expert. And you've been telling us that you follow, right, you're a doctor, and you follow the science and the evidence. So I just want to know, based on the science, can men get pregnant? That's a yes or no question. It really is, I think.
I think you're trying to reduce the complexity.
I'm gonna stop it right there because I'm gonna tell you right now, for the rest of those few minutes that she literally kept going back and forth with this man, she never answers. She never says yes or no. She never gives an answer. But this is a question that you learn as a kid, around 4, 5, 6. I mean, what the hell? Like, this is a question that toddlers know. That, like, this is something that you teach the young kids. I mean to say, like, the fact that you have an expert, right? Knowing that she's making a killing off of this new industry that's going on, right? But she's making a killing off of, doing all these different surgeries and different whatever on our kids, our friends, our fathers, our mothers, whatever it may be, brothers, sisters. As long as they're making money, they don't give a crap what they tell you. They don't care about you, yourself. They don't care about your mental health afterwards, man. Be careful. Evil is crazy. Evil is wild.